Yesterday was Big Jim Herbert's 61st birthday, so I kind of wanted to relay a message to coaches and fathers about a relationship or the relationship they have or are currently having with their sons in wrestling. It's a fine line to walk down. It's tough. My dad, one of the greatest men out there, especially in my eyes. He is definitely one of my heroes. He's someone I strive to be like. I didn't always feel that way, especially as a 12 to 15 to 18-year-old high school boy. You get that puberty things going. We would clash heads. But my father was a high school state champion from Pennsylvania. He went on to wrestle Division I at college at Clarion when they were a powerhouse with Wade Chalice, was roommates with Don Roan, and just never was able to do what he thought he was able to do in college. Never All-American, ended up senior year not finishing, not wrestling his senior year of college, was just cutting more weight and just kind of essentially, I guess, burned out. And got back into coaching. So everybody in North Allegheny knows Big Jim, and we know him a lot differently now at 30, at 25 to 35 than we do at 14 to 17. He's transformed. And I want to talk about that a little bit because I think that's an important relationship to have. So my dad, first he made me wait until I wrestled. I wanted to wrestle right away. I was, first grade, second grade. My cousin Zach was already wrestling, but my dad said, "No, you're not ready yet." And he had me do judo to get my balance, to get my proprioception going, to get my physical literacy, essentially the version of base that I've been wrestling and pushing now today, to learn that physical literacy. So he didn't have me wrestle till third grade, so he always held me back a little bit. And then it was always my choice. Right? On Sundays, Jake, do you want to go to church or do you want to go to wrestling tournaments? On Saturday, do you want to go to wrestling tournament? And I loved going to them. So he would take me. He would drive me an hour, get up early with me, drive me to Ohio, drive me down to Pittsburgh, drive me these places, stay in these gyms all day to watch me compete. And he would ask me, he would say, do you want to go 2 weight classes? Do you want to go 2 age groups? He would make it my choice and my decision. There were also times where he was our coach during these practices, but we had a group of dads coaching. There were times I remember when it was hard. He threw me out of practice in like 4th or 5th grade because I wasn't paying attention. I cried. It was miserable. It was a horrible experience. We fought over it. But I think as he learned throughout high school, it was better to coach me through someone else. So I was blessed to have great coaches like Jamie Carriasis, Mark Angle, Ty Moore, Ray Brinzer, Drew Spencer. I'm leaving out a lot of you guys, Pistol Pete, Herb Monroe, like all these fantastic North Allegheny wrestling coaches, Nellis's, were there. And what my dad did was coach me through them. So it was insane. I don't understand this. He'd be like, Jake, on your single leg, you got to put your head here on this position. And I'd be like, yeah, Dad, whatever, man. What do you know? You're just my dad. You stupid 14, 15-year-old thing. And my dad would go over my coach and be like, hey, look, on his single leg, watch how he's doing it. He's putting his head here. And the coach would look at him and be like, yeah, confirm. And say, yep, you're absolutely right. And my coach, Ty, would come over, or Jamie would be like, or Mark Angle, and they'd be like, hey, you got to put your head here on the single leg. And I'd do it and I'd work. I'd be like, hey, Dad, check this out. When I put my head here in a single leg, it works really well. And I wouldn't even know that he was already saying, I just would already forget about it because it's your dad. So the number 2 lesson is find a way to coach your kids through someone else, right? It's a fine line between being a father and between being a coach. And there are very few people that can walk that. Mr. Chirella did a fantastic job of that. He's probably one of the only people that I saw that was able to do that coach and father thing. But I know he treaded lightly on that too because there's a fine line. As a father, you're already a coach. So that's just another thing for, life in general. But, my dad, like I said, transformation in high school, we referred to him as Lucifer, because he drove this big red truck. He was always hard. He was very hard on me. And he made me work. But looking back now, that was the best thing for me. It shaped me who I am. It's the reason why I was able to make Olympic teams, win national titles, do this stuff. And it wasn't always the best thing for our relationship, but I love the guy now more than anything in the world. I cherish all the time I can get with my father. But to watch him transform, to go from this, father and this Lucifer to, I got to college, he was kind of like, all right, hey, I've done everything I can to prepare this kid. He's on his own. He's going to make it or break it. It had to be hard. It had to be very tough and very challenging. It's probably one of the hardest things we have to do as parents is let go and trust our kids and trust that we have laid the pavement and laid the work to know that our children are ready to make the right decisions, to make the right choices, to know that, hey, they're going to fall down on their face from time to time. We just got to be there to help them back up if they want to, put the hand out if they need it, be a good dad. I think that's what it's about. So I have a unbiased opinion. I have the best father in the world, and it's shaped up for how I want to be as a father to my kids. I have a 4-year-old daughter right now. Rather she wrestles or not, it doesn't matter. I want her to be healthy, happy, and productive. And if she could be those three things, health is huge. Without your health is your wealth. There's nobody out there who's sick, and you feel your bad. It doesn't happen. You have to be healthy. You got to be happy. Happiness is a choice. You got to choose. Without your health, it's hard to be happy. So if you're healthy and feeling good, then it's just I count my blessings instead of my curses. I focus on the positive things. I enjoy what we have, and the fact that I have a computer and I have this, and it's 9 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to go coach some MMA athletes. It's a fantastic thing. I'm happy and blessed to be able to do that. And then productive. What are you doing to make your society, yourself better? So these are like the three things my dad really installed in me, from making all my meals in high school to helping me be on a good diet program to putting me through these hard workouts to setting me up with coaches and private things to basically always being there for me. So, Dad, I love you. I don't know if you'll watch this video or not. You're not a social media guy. This is stuff that I've already expressed and told you and just want to continue to tell you. Say happy birthday to you from myself. And I hope this video can inspire other fathers to be better dads, to be better coaches, to be better people, because the way I see it, the way we win, the way that it works is it's our legacy that gets left behind. In 50 to 60 years from now, my father's not going to be around, and it's going to be one of the hardest things I'll ever have to do, losing him. And it chokes me up thinking about it. But he will live on through me, through my actions, through my daughter, through the rest of our family, through my sister, and he'll never be gone. Much like my grandfather, his dad before him has a lot of influence in it. So chokes me up thinking about it. But happy birthday, Dad. Let's end on a positive note. 61, I think I could finally take him, but it's if it's under 20 seconds, I think I could actually get him, because I'm going to rope-a-dope him in the wrestling match and get him tired. And he's just enjoying it. So to watch that transformation from Lucifer to Big Jim, but he's always been my dad. He's always been there for me, always wanted the best for me, always helps me out. Problems, issues, he's always something I run everything by and through. I'm just blessed to have a dad like that, and I want to be, if I can be half the father he is, the goal is to be him and more. It's always my goal to shoot higher and better. I know my kids are going to be well off. I know my wife is going to be super happy. So that's my rant on fatherhood. Hope you guys have a good one. Continue to be good dads, continue to be good parents, continue to be better people, and spread this love and joy in the world. Love you guys.